Okay. Okay, shall we start with the first topic now? That is, what is Python? Okay, for those who are very new to this language, it is a very popular programming language because it is object oriented. First of all, for those who don't know what is object oriented, it means that the process of writing a code is not important in these languages. What is the outcome of this language? What is the output that we're getting? That is important. Okay, and you should know that Python is object oriented language, and C, that is another language, that is program oriented language, which shows that, or process oriented language shows that the process of giving an outcome is important over there. Okay, it's not like you're getting the output, yeah, it is good. Okay, and what is the advantage of object oriented languages is that the code is smaller while compared to procedure oriented. Okay, and also the code is simple. It is not very complex like in procedure oriented. Okay, in procedure oriented, for example, let's take C. Okay, C is a little complex because we have printf, we have scanf, we have ampersand. Okay, we have all those elements in C language, which makes it very complicated. While you look at the syntax of Python, you just have print for printf. Okay, there is no percentage, nothing, which makes it simpler and easier for the programmers to write code in this language. Okay, is everybody clear with what is Python? If there is any doubt, please let me know in the chat box. Okay, don't hesitate to ask me doubts. Okay, you can repeatedly ask me doubts. I'll clarify everything. All right. Any doubts regarding this? I hope not. Yes, it's good that it's clear. Okay, we'll move on to what can Python do. Yeah, I'll share the notes in the group after the class. It is, yes, it is a high level language. Okay, you can compare it with C and others. C is also a high level language. Okay, C, Java, this one, they are all high level languages. Okay. Yes. So what can Python do, or what are the applications of Python? Okay. One is it is used in writing easy codes. Okay. Second most important thing why Python is preferred is because it can work with complicated mathematical problems. Okay. Coding mathematical problems, or you can say arithmetic problems, is very easy in Python because it has inbuilt functions for mathematics. You just have to import the file math. Okay, and if you import it, any type of mathematical problems that you have can be solved. Okay, you just have to write the proper code for it and you'll get the correct answers. Okay, here you can see on the screen that there are few applications. First one is it is used to create web applications, web pages we can make. Okay, Python can connect to database system. Okay, to know this point, you need to know what database is. Okay, in the database system, all the information, all your data is being stored. Okay, in this system, the information is being stored. Also, you can take information from this database. Okay, it is like a container in which you are going to store the data, and also you can take the data from this container whenever you require it. Okay, as per your needs and requirements, you can put in the data, and also you can collect the data from the system. Okay. Yeah. Next is it can read and modify files. Okay, anybody can open the file, anybody can open the Python code and modify the changes. If you have the source code, you can easily make changes because The code is not complicated. It is easy to read. Okay, and if you are able to read it easily, you can modify the codes as per the requirements. Okay, then Python can be used to handle big data and perform complex mathematics. Okay, it can handle big data in the sense a lot of information is easily given in as an input in this Python language. Okay, because the code syntax is easy, putting in lots of data and getting the output is easier. Okay, Python can be used for rapid prototyping or for product ready software development. Here you need to know what prototype is. Okay, a prototype is the first product or the first outcome that you get. Okay, suppose you're having a toy making factory. Okay, the first toy that is being created by your factory is the prototype. Okay, that you will be showing it to the buyers. Okay, the output or the main product that is being developed at your factory, the first one which you'll be showing it to the buyers. Okay, that is called prototype. In our software industry, there are clients, right? You are going to communicate with them. Okay, and they have specific requirements. They can just randomly ask you that I want to change the color of this blue to green. I want you to do that. Okay, as the syntax is easy, we can immediately make changes and show it to them. Like, yeah, this is what you required and this is what we are giving it to you. Okay, so that is prototyping. Okay, I hope everyone is clear with it. Yes, somebody asked me who is the founder, right? It was created by Guido von Rossum in 1991. Okay, I'll share you the notes. You can look at it afterwards. Okay. This is done. We are done with the applications of Python. Just go through all these ones and let me know if there is any doubts. I'll clear it. Okay. Is there any doubts? Type in yes or no in the chat box so that I'll know if you guys have any doubts or not. No? Okay. Yes. Now you've seen what is Python. Now you've seen the applications of Python. Okay. Now we'll see. Okay. What is prototyping? Okay. See, I'll tell you what prototype is first of all. Okay. Forget everything I told you about prototyping before. Now with a clear mind, listen to me. You suppose there is a person who is making a robot. Okay. And there is a person who wants to buy it. The buyer and the one who produced it. Okay. The first robot that he makes. Okay. And shows to the buyer. See, this is what we are planning to make. Okay, you need to tell the buyer, right? What exactly what you're going to sell to the buyer. You need to show them, right? That product, that demo product, you can say. The first demo product that is being created at your factory is called a prototype. Okay, that is related to physical things that are being prepared, right? In software industry, suppose there is a buyer who tells me that I'll give you money. I want you to code this program to add two numbers. Okay. The number will be given by the user. Okay. I did not know that. He did not specify that to me. But suddenly, when I'm showing him the final outcome, he wants to make some changes in it. Okay. Those changes are easily made because the syntax is easy. Okay, when I'm showing the final code, that is my prototype because I can't build anything, right? It is in computer. Okay, the final code that I am giving him, the addition of two numbers, is my prototype to him. Okay, and he wants to make some changes in that prototype. He wants to add three numbers instead of two. Okay, so I can easily make that change and show it to him. Okay, that is fast prototyping, or you can say rapid prototyping. Okay, I hope you're clear with it. Do you still have a doubt in this one? Yes. Good that you're clear with it. Yeah. Okay. Now we'll look into why Python is better than other languages. Okay. Why Python is better in the sense, see, one is it can work on different platforms. It is platform oriented. Okay. When we are talking about platform, we are talking about operating system that is present in your laptops, PC. Whenever you on the PC, you see the Windows, right? Now, if you have a MacBook, you'll see Mac. Okay. Those Windows, Mac, these are all called as operating systems, or they are also called as platforms. Okay. Sometimes what happens in C language, if you have a code that is running on Windows, if you share that code to a person who has MacBook, it might not run on that platform. Okay. Now that becomes a difficult, right? Now, suppose somebody has asked me to make a code and share it to him. If that code is running in my PC, but it is not running in his PC, it becomes a problem, right? So, for that code to be platform independent, which means it can run on any platform, Python is the best option. Okay. So, Windows, Mac, Linux, Raspberry Pi, these are all different platforms. Okay. Next is it has simple syntax that is comparable to English language. Like in C, you have print F, right? In Python, you can simply write print and write whatever you want to print. Okay. Next is Python has syntax that allows developers to write programs with fewer lines. As I told you, it is object oriented. So the number of lines are little and it is not a complex code writing. So it is easier to code in Python. Okay. Next is Python runs on an interpreter system, which means that when a code can be executed as soon as it is written. Okay, so what you need to know in Python language is every line is being, executed separately. Okay, here you don't have semicolon or colon. Okay, you don't make use of semicolons, comma. Okay, where if you are writing a code in line number 1, suppose you're writing print hi in line number 1 and you're writing print hello in second line. Okay, so print hi will be executed separately and print hello will be executed separately. Okay, so the chances of error are less. Which is the best language in the programming? For now, everybody is preferring Python because of all these advantages. Java is also good because it has better protection system. Okay, people who are not authorized cannot have an access to that. Okay, that is one advantage that Java has over this language. Okay. Next is, this means that prototyping can be very quick. Okay, I told you what prototyping is and it can be very quick. Okay, Python can be treated in a procedural way, an object-oriented way, or a functional way. Okay, the same way. I told you it is object-oriented. Okay, any doubts regarding this topic? Let me know if there is any doubt. Let me know if you have doubts in the chat box. Okay. Okay, how to create our own program. Yeah, I'm moving on to the syntax in the next slide. I'll also run and show you few codes. Okay, 2 examples I'll tell you. You'll understand how do you create your own program. Okay, I'll show it to you in the next slide itself. Okay, I assume that all these before topics are clear. I'll move on to the syntax of Python language. Okay, yes. Now you see, at the example at the end of this, you have print hello world. Okay, now look at this syntax. And if you know C language or any other language, look at those syntax. Which one is easier? This is easier, right? Now I'll write one more code below it. I'll show you how the same thing is written in Java. In Java, it is a little complex because system system.out.print. Okay, then we have to give brackets. Okay. Hello world. Yeah. The last line that I wrote just now is the same code to print hello world in Java. Okay. But as you can see upstairs, it is just print hello world. How easy is it? Okay. Now you can see the difference. Okay. This system.out.print is in Java, not in Python. Just to compare Java and Python language syntax, I told you. I have just written it. Okay. This system.out.print is Java. Okay. That is how you will print in Java language. Okay. That's why I told you Java is complicated than Python. Okay. Now you see the difference. How Python is easier than other languages. Yeah. I'll cut it out, so you guys don't get confused with it. Okay. I'll just remove this. Yeah. Okay. As simple as it is. Okay, okay. I'll just tell about, yeah, just to, just to compare and tell you how easy Python is, I took that example. Okay, I'll not take it again. Yeah. Okay. Print hello world is how you're supposed to write. Okay. Now I'll show you on an online Python compiler how this code will be running. Okay. I'll move slides. Okay, wait for a second. Yeah, I hope everybody can see this. It is an online Python compiler. See, as you can see, print hello world is given. When you run it, hello world is being printed. On my right hand side, you have the output. On my left hand side, you have the run. Sorry, you have the code. Okay, now I'll run it. You can see that hello world is being printed. Syntax is very simple. You want to print whatever you want to print is written in the print bracket and double quotes. Okay. I hope everybody is clear. Okay, here are few examples. Okay, now I'll take the first example as to how to add two numbers. Okay, now here these are of two types. One is we know what the numbers are. We are just going to add them. And the other one is the user will give input. Okay, in the first type, the programmer already is giving the input. But in the second type, the user is going to give the input. Okay, first we'll see the first type. Okay, I'll just copy the code and move my screens. Yeah, I'll paste it over here and I'll run it. Yeah, as you can see, the output is being printed on the right side, right? We know that X value is 5, Y value is 10. We just want to add and print it. Okay, unlike other languages, you can just inside the print only you can write it. Okay, but in other languages, you have to take sum is equals to X plus Y. Okay, and then take another print statement. Inside that, you will have to type the sum is, and then you have to write plus sum. Okay, instead of all of that, whatever you want the answer will be printed directly in the print. Okay, as you can see, the third line, print in bracket X plus Y. Directly you have the answer. Okay, any doubts in this code? It is pretty simple, right? Yeah. Okay. Yes. Now, this was the type 1. Okay. In this, I'm not asking the user to... Yeah, you can choose letter A, B, C as well. See, I'll take it here. I'll give it as A. I'll give it as B. Here, I'll give B. Here, I'll give A. See, you still get it. It's not compulsory that you have to use X, Y, or Z or something. Okay. Various variables can be anything. Okay. Just be careful if here you have written A, inside print also there should be A. Okay. Don't write outside A and inside if you write A, B, it will not take it. Okay. Be careful. Whatever you are writing outside, inside print also should be the same variable. Okay. Okay, now this is one type. One more type is I will be asking the user to give me numbers. Okay, here we are taking our own numbers, right? In the next one, I'll ask user to give me two numbers and we'll add them on the spot. Here the numbers, there we can take the letters. Okay, I'm not sure about the question. Where the numbers we can take. Oh, you're saying instead of 5, if there is, suppose C, and instead of 10, there is D. But what are you adding over here? You are not giving any numbers, right? A is a variable. You can give the variable names separately. But if you remove the numbers from here, you can't add anything. Right? It doesn't make sense. You are using sum to add numbers. How will you write? How will you add letters? Okay. We'll give random numbers. It's being, see, it's being added. No. Characters you can't add. Okay. You're asking if it will take the ASCII value and all. No, you can't add characters. Okay. You can't add them. You have to add the integers or floating characters. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Next is I'll move on to my other share. Okay. Yeah. Now we'll copy this code and we'll try to run it over there. Let's see how it will be. Let's look at the output. Okay. I'm gonna change this to this. Okay. See, you know why I'm getting this error? Because I am giving space over here, right? In the line number 2, X is in the beginning. But in the line number 2, I am giving little space and I'm writing Y, right? I am not supposed to do that in Python. Okay, everything should be here. Only if you are using looping statements, that time you have to leave spaces. Okay, if they are separate lines, you can't give space over there. Now I'll try to run it. See, it is running, right? So space is very important. Yeah, indentation is very important. Correct. Yeah. Okay. Now type a number. What number do you want to give? I'll give 35. I'll give 35. I'll type second number that I want to add is 51. Okay. The sum is 86. You see it? I'm asking the user to give me two numbers and I'm adding it on the spot. Right? You see the difference? This is how it will be. Okay. In this now you see, in the line 1, we have something called as input. Right? This is used because we are getting an input from the user. Right? We are getting something from the user. We are getting an input. Okay? The same with Y. Okay, Y is the second number. So obviously, we are getting the second number also as input from the user. Right? Now, in the sum, we're giving int X plus int Y. Okay? Instead of writing it as sum, I can directly put this inside the print statement. It will still give me the answer. Okay? Control V. See, it is running, right? I'll type 20. I'll type 20 again. See, 40 is being displayed. I told you, right? You don't have to take sum equals to X plus Y separately. And in the print, you don't have to write sum. Okay? You can do it in this way also. Everybody is clear with this? Okay. I hope everybody is clear. Now we'll move on to the last example for today. Yes. Now, how to calculate a square root? Okay. There is again two options. One is input is given by us, that is the programmer. And second is we're getting the input from the user. Okay. First, we'll look into the first method, that is the input given by the programmer. Okay. I'll quickly copy this code and I'll run it over here. Oh. Yep. Yeah. Okay. Run. Oh. Okay. I guess there is a little syntax error. Let me look at it. Okay, okay. Screen is not being shared. 1 second. I'll shift the screens. 1 second. Yeah, give me 1 second. Yeah, is the screen visible now? Yeah. Okay. Now you can see that number 1 and number 2, these two are the numbers that we are giving as programmers, right? We are not getting any input. Okay. And here we are taking sum equals to and num1 plus num2. Okay, this is, sorry, this is the addition program. 1 second. Yeah. Yeah. Now you can see that the number 8 we are giving as programmers, right? But here you can see num square root is the function. Okay. Equals to num star star 0.5. Now you have to be careful that these double star represents root. Okay. And 0.5 is nothing but half. 1/2, right? How do you write square? Okay, how do you write square? In normally when you write in a book, if you don't want to write the square root, you'll suppose you want the square root of 2. 2 to the power 1/2, right? That is the square root of 2. Yeah, that is how 1/2 is nothing but 0.5. And to represent root, we have double star over here. Okay. Now we are taking floating values over here. Okay, we are taking 0.3 and 0.3. Num square root. Okay, we run it, we'll see how it is. Yeah, as you can see, this is how we are getting it as output. Okay, Go through this code once. Let me know if you guys have any doubt in this one. We're taking a number. We are writing it in square root. It is not compulsory that you need to write this under square. Okay. You can just write it. See. This is the name that you are supposed to give. So it can be anything. SQRT, anything. Okay. Yeah, you can write program only. I'll just remove these for you. See. I'll remove the comment lines. Yeah. See. It will still run. Yeah. Okay. Comment lines just make it easier for you to know that what all is happening in the code. It is not compulsory to write. But if you write it, it is good. Okay. Because you need to know, right? If you're sharing this code to somebody else, they also need to know, okay, what has this person done in this particular step. Okay. And instead of all this, I'll just remove all this and I'll just write SQRT over there. See, only the square root is being printed over here. And I don't even want to write SQRT now. I'll just write directly the formula inside. It will still print it. Okay, let me show it to you. See, it is being printed, right? How small the code has become. You see that? Before it was 5 lines. Then it was converted to 3 lines. Now I made it to 2 lines. You see, this is possible because this is Python language. In any other language, you can't do this. So procedure is not important here. Only the output that we're getting is important. Okay. Now if I want the user to give me input, how will I do it? Okay, there is a code for that also. That is the last example for today. I'll just copy it over here and paste it there. Okay, give me 1 second. Yep. Yeah, an indentation error. Yeah. See? Oh. Okay, it is not. 1 second. Just forget it. I'll just write it for you. Input is equals to enter a number. Okay. Yeah. Hmm. Because by default, whatever you write in a Python language, it will be taken as string itself. Okay, unless you mention that this is integer type, it will be shown in string only. So even if you want your input to be in integer type, you need to specify that it should be in int. Okay. SQRT. Okay. This is how you are supposed to mention int, or else it will not take it. Just give me. Yeah, I have to mention num in print. Give me 1 second. I'll write the whole code again.